Cześć, witajcie z tej strony Franek z kanału cos.niecos.o, a wy jesteście na kanale Gier. Dziś rozpoczynamy nową serię z gry Władca Pierścieni, Wojna na Północy. Wersja polska, znaczy nie mówią oczywiście, postaci nie mówią po polsku, są napisy, więc nie wiem czy mogę to nazwać wersja polska, bo wszystko tu jest po polsku napisane, oprócz rozmów, przy których mamy tylko napisy. Dobra, z racji tego, iż miałem w planach rozpocząć tą grę na tym kanale, to zrobiłem ankietę na Discordzie znowu, którą postacią mam zagrać. Andriel, Eradanem czy Farinem. No i padło na Farina, teraz będziecie mieli jakiegoś screena jednego. No więc myślę, że możemy już bez problemu zacząć kampanię.
Of the great war of the ring, many songs have been sung and many tales told. The names of heroes like Gandalf the Grey, Aragorn the King, and Frodo the Ring-bearer are greatly revered, and rightly so. Yet Sauron's grasp stretched much further than the lands of Gondor and Rohan alone, and his forces might have done great evil in the north of Middle-earth, had a handful of heroes not stood in his path. Their stories, too, deserve to be told. Pay heed now to one such tale, which begins here in the town of Bree, just a few short days before Frodo arrived on his quest.
Aragorn.
Eredon. Well met. And in company with Andriel of Rivendell and Farin of Erebor. An unlikely trio to find walking through the doors of the Prancing Pony. You were at Sarn Ford last I knew. Do you bear news from Halbarad?
Yes. Grim news.
I feared it would be so. Quickly, tell me what has happened, but keep your voices low. There are unfriendly ears, even here in Bree.
3 days passed. The guard at Sarn Ford was attacked by 9 Black Riders.
Stand fast, Rangers!
We were overwhelmed, and the enemy passed into the Shire.
This is worse than I imagined. I know these riders. It is from Mordor they come. Our folk could not hope to stand against the 9 together. How bad were our losses?
Very bad. We tried to resist them, but they were surrounded by an aura of unnatural dread.
There is more you should know. After the rout, one of the Black Riders met with an ally, a man of great malice and power.
Ja się nie odzywam, żebyście wszystko słyszeli. Zapoznacie wezmą historią.
As our master commanded, I have stirred up the orcs of the mountains. Even now I have a force gathering amid the ruins of Old Fornost.
Return at once and prepare your forces. We will have need of them soon.
My orcs will be ready. These lands have known peace for too long. They will soon feel the Dark Lord's wrath.
If this Agandaur has a force at Fornost, then our position grows all the more desperate.
But why all this force against the peaceful halflings? It can't be the enemy sees them as a threat.
I will say this much. There is a hobbit of the Shire who should be coming this way with a great burden. If it falls into the hands of the enemy, it will mean doom for us all. Now this hobbit is adrift on the road with enemies all around. I must find him before they do. And I need you to help me keep him safe.
You are my chieftain. I will gladly do whatever you command.
I'm a part of this now as well.
Then we 3 are of one mind. How can we aid you?
We must reduce the threat from the enemies gathered at Fornost. Travel there and do whatever you can to keep the enemy's eye turned towards you and away from the Shire.
Perhaps we will have help in this task. Eladan and Elro here were in the north when last I heard. Any gathering of the enemy is certain to attract their attention.
Good. You could find no better allies than the sons of Elrond half-elven.
I hope we meet. But with or without help, the enemy will be kept busy. We'll make sure of that.
Dobra, w skrócie wam opiszę. Tam na początku w pierwszej cutscence Gandalf mówił, że po Saurona nie spoglądało tylko Wojna Pierścieni na Rohan i Gondor, ale również na północ. I teraz poznamy historię bohaterów, dzięki którym północ była bezpieczna. Czyli tutaj Farina, Andriel i Eradana. No i właśnie tutaj jesteśmy teraz i Aragorna to, czy Khazâd powiedział Aragornowi, co się stało z Dunedainami, ataku czarnych jeźdźców. I że ten hobbit miał na myśli raczej Froda, wyrusza z Shire'u i musimy powstrzymać siły księżnika z Angmaru i Agandaura, żeby nie zaatakowali Shire, bo wtedy dawno mógłby przejąć jedyny pierścień. Rozmawiamy.
I'd like to ask you a few questions, Aragorn.
Shh. Here in Bree there is no Aragorn, only Strider the Ranger.
Nie ma żadnego Aragorna. No to... nie wiem, no. Chyba dlaczego kryjesz się z imieniem?
Why hide your true name? Surely it's a name to be proud of.
The Dark Lord in Mordor would not be pleased to know that Isildur's heir still lives. The time is not right for Aragorn, son of Arathorn, to stand revealed to the world. For now, I am simply Strider.
Okej, dobra. Co robisz?
All right, Strider it is. So, what are you gonna do now?
I will continue the search for the Hobbitice. My hope now is that he will make his way here to Bree, the only safe haven for many miles. But if he does not appear soon, I will take to the road again in search of him. Should the enemy at Fornost join in the hunt, well, you understand just how grim our chances will become. I need you to prevent that. Go to Fornost. Take the fight to them.
Zająć wroga planą. To pytam może Agandaura.
What about this man who met with the Black Riders? This Agandaur? What do you make of him?
Some servant of the Dark Lord, and by his name one to be feared. His presence in the north bodes ill for us all, but I'm glad you discovered it. At least now we are forewarned.
Okej. Chyba już nie będę.
We'll go to Fornost and take the fight to the enemy. Farewell.
Dobra, mamy wyruszyć w Północy. Tutaj z Aragornem żeśmy już pogadali. Zobaczmy, z kim mamy jeszcze pogadać. To jest teraz dobra.
Welcome to Bree. You're a stranger around here. May I ask you a few questions?
Nie jesteś już.
Depends. Who's asking?
My name's Otto Esterowi, and Bree is my home. I'm worried about the future of the town. That's what I wish to speak to you about.
What's on your mind?
We hear a lot of talk from travelers these days. Most of them speak of war and of a growing shadow in the east. The townsfolk just dismiss this, say it's far away and doesn't concern us, but I'm not so sure. You've traveled, maybe seen a few things. What's your opinion? Should we be worried?
I'd say there is good cause to worry.
I was afraid of that. If only I could convince others. But until then, I will have to take action on my own.
To jaki masz plan? No, już zacząłem rozmowę, to nie będę go spływał.
What do you intend to do?
I'd like to arrange for arming the town. We'll need more than pitchforks if we're forced to defend ourselves. I tried to convince a dwarven merchant to bring us weapons, but he refused.
Odmówił? Okej. Chcesz dać ludziom broń, bo widły nie wystarczy. No właśnie. Nikt nie chce sprowadzić, to może ja spróbuję, no.
Maybe I should talk to him. Dwarf to dwarf.
It's worth a try. His name is Groff. He's selling his wares from a market stall down the street. You might still find him
Okej,
there.
na końcu ulicy
I'll let
to
you
z
know what he
chęcią
has to
go,
say.
z chęcią go poszukam. Z to już pogadałem, dobra. To może jeszcze jakieś mógł z kimś jeszcze porozmawiać? Jestem.
What have we here? A stranger in town. A stranger's just what I'm looking for. Interested in a little harmless pastime? It's time to make some money from it.
Okej.
Pastime? What sort of pastime?
Why, nothing more than a simple game of riddles is all. I love a good game of riddles. But everyone in town has already heard all I
Lubisz
know.
zagadki,
I
mówisz?
reckon I could stump you, though.
You said something about money.
It's simple. You stake some money and I ask you a riddle. If you give the right answer quick enough, I'll double your money.
Dobra,
If you're
wydaje się
wrong, the
uczciwe.
coins go to me. What is...
All right. Ask your riddle.
First, you have to put up your money. How much do you care to wager? Remember, you stand to double it if your wits are quick enough.
Tak, po środku myślę 10 sztuk srebrna na razie.
Now remember, you'll have to answer quick. I won't give you long with real
Pewnie to
money at stake.
przegram.
Are you ready?
Szybko udzielić odpowiedzi. Chodzi o pieniądze, więc nie pozwolę ci się długo zastanawiać. Zaczynamy? Zaczynamy. Dobra.
Yes, let me hear your riddle.
The more of these you take, the more you leave behind. What are they?
Im więcej wykonujesz, tym więcej zostawiasz za sobą. Ślady stóp. Kurde, myślałem, że to było jakieś podpowiedzi, jakbym to zaznaczył, to mi się walnął. Pomysły... Im więcej ich wykonujesz, mi się zdaje, że chyba ślady stóp.
Oh, right you are.
Yes, okay.
You're a smart one. Give me a chance to win it back, eh?
Dasz mi szansę.
What do you say to double or nothing on another try?
Okej.
Double or nothing it is. Let's hear it.
Kurde.
What is it that's so fragile, even saying its name can break it?
Pokój, no. Jak powiem pokój, to raczej się na mnie nic nie zawali. Nic się nie zawaliło, bo dalej do was mówię, to raczej nie. Skorupka. Szkło, no to jak jakiś śpiewak albo śpiewaczka operowa wysoko zaśpiewa, to może. Czyli nie moja cierpliwość. Nie, raczej nie. Chyba cisza, no.
Oh, correct.
Yes.
You've a cunning mind, no mistake. Go again, double or nothing?
Oj, nie, dość.
Oh
dość.
no, these coins are mine now, and so they'll stay. Thanks and farewell.
Dobra, zobaczmy jakie ja mam w ogóle zadania. Poboczne zadanie, przeborny, wzorny zawód. Udaj się do zniszczonego miasta w Północy. Okej, jest to dobra. Jest jeszcze coś do zrobienia w tej karczmie, czy mam szukać tego krasnoluda, co tam to ten chciał broni? Chyba nie, tak kobieta. Nie wiem, oni chyba jakieś pijani są, to raczej nie. A dobra, idziemy. Czy to jest ten krasnolud?
Hello there. Always good to deal with my own kind. The name's Groff and I hail from the Blue Mountains. I don't think I've seen you before.
O, z gór błękitnych? W sumie to fajnie by było kiedyś zrobić odcinek o krasnoludach z gór błękitnych, nie wiem. Możecie w komentarzu napisać, czy byście chcieli taki odcinek na główny kanał. I też napiszcie jakbym coś, jakbym tu coś źle robił, źle grał, miał źle coś poustawiane, to albo macie jakieś ustawienia, co możecie polecić, to Możecie to napisać zawsze w komentarzu, bo pewnie dla doświadczonych graczy z tej gry będę po prostu nubem.
Glad to meet you, Groff. I need you to do me a favor.
A favor? What sort of favor?
Jakiego rodzaju? No, broń. Muszę iść, byłoby głupie, bardzo głupie.
These people need to be armed. Arrange for weapons to be brought here. There'll be a tidy profit in it.
You're pulling my beard. Weapons for these folk? They wouldn't know which end of the sword to hang on to. You might as well try selling shoes to hobbits.
Buty hobbitom. No nieźle. Buty hobbitom. Broń będzie im
Peace
potrzebna.
never lasts forever. These people need to be prepared.
Well now, if you're so eager to arm the Breelanders, how come you don't get your own folk to do it?
Erebor jest zbyt daleko.
I would, but Erebor is too far away. There are people here who see the danger growing. They want to be prepared.
It'll take more than a few sensible folk to make it worth my time. These people are simple and peace-loving. It's plowshares they want, not swords.
Nie potępiaj ich, chłopie. Ty też jesteś kupcem i broń pewnie jakąś nosisz.
So they're not warriors. Is that any reason not to give them a fighting chance if trouble comes their way?
You're right, of course. Maybe it's not such a bad idea after all. At least I'd have no competition. All right, I'll do it.
Dobrze, udało się złamać krasnoludzki upór. To już jest duże osiągnięcie. Nie będziesz miał konkurencji, no. Może to nie taki najgorszy pomysł. Miło mi to słyszeć, jeszcze się chyba dopytam, ile czasu ci to zajmie.
Excellent. How long do you think it will take?
Some time, I'm afraid. It's a long trek to the Blue Mountains and back. Not to mention I'll have to convince my kin I've not lost my mind. Probably 3 months or more, I reckon.
Okej, czyli jego lud też ma takie zdanie jak boję się, że sporo. Góry błękitnej z powrotem spory kawałek. Do tego będę musiał przekonać swój lud, że nie postradałem zmysłów. Sądzę, że zejdą mi przynajmniej 3 miesiące.
I will let them know when to expect you. Safe travels, Groff.
No i dobra, udało się. Tak jak to z tym grafem, tak? Znaczy grofem. Okej. Dobra, to wrócę się do tego Etyka. To chciał tą broń. Tutaj jesteśmy już w parku, nie? Gdzie ty byłeś, mówię? O, jesteś. Dobra.
Did you speak with Groff? What did he say?
I changed his mind. He'll bring you weapons soon.
Excellent. My only concern now is the time it will take. What if we need to defend the town before the dwarf-made goods arrive? Maybe you could help me with that as well.
Dobra, no jak już mu pomagam, to go nie porzucę, no w jaki
How
sposób?
so?
I can tell by your gear that you are no stranger to a fight. If you should have occasion to, well, let's say, recover any weapons you don't need, bring them to me and I will pay you for them.
Jeszcze może się spytam i pójdę.
Pay me, huh? A better price than I might find elsewhere.
I'm not a wealthy man, but I will give you what I can for any good weapons you bring me.
Będę pamiętać.
I'll bear that in mind. Farewell.
Z panem się pożegnamy. Dobra. Pan na górze mogę wejść? Nie. Ja mogę tu z kimś pogadać. To chętnie to zrobię.
Oh, hello. I didn't see you there. Got my head in the clouds, I guess.
What you've got is this look of someone with a lot on their mind. Troubles?
Oh, no, it's no trouble. Not really. It's more like, well, I'm in love.
Okej, zakochał się.
Oh, that sounds like trouble to me. Who is the lucky woman?
It's Idona Bellflower, my childhood sweetheart. I always thought we were meant for each other, but her father doesn't like my prospects. He's arranging a match with the blacksmith, Elman Brushwood.
Aha, czyli ojciec narzuca córce, z kim ma się żenić. Temat mamy.
A man with a trade, that's a good match. But how about the lass? Does she love you?
That's just it. I'm not sure. I always told her how much I loved her when we were children. It was all a game back then. Then we got older and it got so much harder to say.
Dodaj jej. Mów, powiedz to jej. Obie.
Well, that won't do. You'd best tell her now, or you'll wish you had later.
I want to tell her. I do. Look, this locket belonged to my mother. I want to give it to Idona as a token of my love. But the chain is broken, and Elman the blacksmith is the only one in town who can fix it. If I take it to him, he's sure to suspect something and turn me away.
A czy to jest ten kowal, co ma wziąć ślub z tą jego miłością? To za ja zaniosę. Okej.
Well then, give it to me. I'll take it to him.
Yes, that might work. Elman would never suspect a stranger like you. There's one more thing. Idona's father keeps a careful eye on his daughter and won't give me a moment alone with her.
Porozmawiam z nią.
Leave it to me then. I'll make sure she knows how you feel.
Wonderful! Just perfect. Take the locket to Elman at the smithy across the street. Once it's repaired, bring it to Idona and tell her I love her and that I'll do everything in my power to make her happy every day.
All right. I'll tell her. Don't you fear.
And just one more thing. After you talk to her, could you come back and tell me what she said? One way or another, I have to know.
Don't fret. I'll bring you word once I've spoken with the lass.
Dobra, to Otto Esterowi. To muszę znaleźć tego kowala. O, znaleźliśmy kowala. Dobra. To pogadam z nim.
Well, a dwarf in me shop. I am surprised. I've often seen your folk looking down their noses at my work. You dwarves do know your business when it comes to shaping metal. What can I do for you? Got a pony that's thrown a shoe, perhaps?
Nie. Ale...
This locket has a broken chain. Can you fix it for me?
Let's see it. Looks like something might have been made in these parts. Maybe back in me old dad's day. Wouldn't expect one of your kind to have something like this. Where'd you come by?
Dobra, trochę chyba ostro go zjadę.
I'm looking for repairs, not questions. Will you fix it or not?
No need to go all cross. I was just wondering is all. Anyway, it's a simple enough job. It'll cost you a silver penny though. There you are. Good as new.
My thanks. Farewell, Smith.
Idziemy do tamtej pani, którą już wcześniej znalazłem, jak było cięcie. Dobra.
Hello, is there something I can do for you?
Może zacznę od tego? Chociaż to może być błąd. Dobra, próbujmy.
I'm told you're pledged to the blacksmith. How do you feel about that match?
What? Is my betrothal a matter of such importance that total strangers wish to discuss it with me?
I have a message for you, but I need to know how you feel about the smith first.
This is all very mysterious, but if you must know, Elman Brushwood is a decent man who makes a good living, and he has my father's blessing.
I'm not asking about your father's feelings. I'm asking about yours.
Everyone says that in time we will grow to love one another, but Elmond does not have my heart.
Well, since that's the way of it, I have something here for you. It's from Rowley Appledore.
A gift? From Rowley? But I thought that is he... I'm sorry, it's just so unexpected. What is this gift?
Czyli bardzo dobrze, że wybrałem tamtą opcję, a nie tą drugą.
his mother's locket. A pretty thing it is, too.
Oh, it's beautiful. But I don't understand. Why is he giving me this now?
Because he is in love with you, lass. He wanted me to tell you so.
Rowley loves me? Still? We were so close when we were children, but I thought he had forgotten all that.
Forgotten? Oh, no. You should see him fretting and fussing. It's almost pathetic, really.
But this is wonderful news. Wonderful. Rowley's always had my heart, always. The poor, simple, wonderful fool.
Okej. Chyba jeszcze nie będę omijał i zapytam tylko. Czyli ona też kocha tego Rowley'ego.
But what about your father? He wants you to wed the smith.
Leave my father to me. He may not be pleased with my decision, but I promise you he'll come round. He always does.
I see how it is. What would you like me to tell Rowley?
Oh, please tell him I love him, and that we will find a way to be together always.
Ha! Well said, lass. I'll tell him.
Okej, to lecimy do tego, no i myślę, że możemy kończyć odcinek, bo już będzie wystarczająco długi.
You're back. Did you speak to Idona? What did she say? I'm dying to know.
The lass loves you, boy. Sure as anything she does.
Wonderful, wonderful. I can't thank you enough, my friend. But wait, hang on. Oh, I completely forgot. Edmund must have charged you something for that repair. I owe you for that and for your trouble. Here, take what I have. I wish it could be more.
Dobra, no w sumie to kasę wezmę za to jedno srebro, no. To jednak naprawiłem jego rzecz tego Rowley'ego. Więc pieniążki chyba sobie wezmę i powiem mu, żeby... No i się z nim pożegnam.
Thank you, and good luck.
No i dobra, tak samo jak żegnaliśmy się z Rowling, tak samo ja mogę się z wami pożegnać, bo myślę, iż ten odcinek jest już wystarczająco długi. Ja się z wami żegnam, trzymajcie się ciepło i do następnego odcinka. Cześć!